Hello, my name is Chinedu from Kitco Cloud Services, and this is a Camilyo video tutorial. So in previous videos on Camilyo, I've done a video on Camilyo overview where we talked through most of the features of Camilyo, and then we did a separate video for one of the features, sites, where we talked about how to create websites and some website functionalities. But for this video, we'll be talking about the contact manager. And the contact manager can be found at the left-hand corner of the screen after you've logged into your Camilyo instance. So when we click on contact manager, we see something that looks like this. It's a dashboard that contains all the contacts you have on Camilyo. You see them well arranged in Kanban format. You can create a list view where you see all your contacts. Either way, depends on your preference. From this page also, you see you can create new campaigns, you can create several actions, add new contacts, import or export contacts from other contact managers like your Google contacts. If you have them in Excel sheets or CSV formats, you could also import and export in and out of Camilyo. You also have groups over here, and groups are like containers that you want to use in storing your contacts. A contact can belong to more than one group. Groups are very, very useful in terms of like sending out campaigns, where you want to send out campaigns to a particular type of people, but you don't want other people to have it. So if I was sending out a campaign to my new leads, everybody in new leads would get that message, and those in other containers or groups would necessarily not get it. So we also have interactions, where you see it's like a log output of all your interactions in your contact manager with different contacts. And you also have a configuration button over here, where you can, for now, integrate with other, you can integrate with MailChimp. Once you put in the MailChimp API here, you're able to synchronize different lists between Camilyo and MailChimp, and you can create default settings for both for notifications and reminders. So we'll be concentrating on contacts because this is where all the magic happens. To create a new contact is very simple. You click on the Add New Contact here, and you're given a form that contains basically all the information you want to know about the new contact you want to add. Now this is how to manually add contacts. Remember, you can import contacts, and some contacts are automatically created when users interact with other services on your Camilyo instance. Like I said, for instance, you have a website with a contact form. Any user that fills the contact form is automatically created as a contact on your Camilyo instance. So a fair part of it is automated, but sometimes you manually want to impute contacts. For instance, you go to a meeting, you meet a potential client, you get back to your office, you don't want to forget the contact of that potential client. You most likely want to create a new contact. So you fill in all the parameters of the contacts, the name, company, position. If you have pictures, you can attach the picture here by just clicking there, and gives you a drop down. You attach the picture of the person. Email, mobile number, fax, address, birthday, then groups. So like I said before, you can add a contact to a particular group, or you can add him to multiple groups depending on your preference. So this is a potential client that I met somewhere, but for now he's a new lead, so I can keep him in the new leads group and keep him in the clients group, and that'll be fine. Okay, then you have the opportunity to put in your messenger handles of your new contacts. You can also put in the online presence information, so their social media information, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, whatever you're able to lay your hands on. Then you can set the kind of notification and reminders you want. So you can decide to notify by email alone and decide to remind by email alone, for instance. And you have to opt in for the system to be able to send to that particular user. The other option will have been to leave it blank and generate a mail where the user himself opts in to receive your marketing messages and emails. But most of the times you want to leave this on, and now it's left for your customer to opt out if he doesn't want to receive any more mails from you. So I think this is fine. You then save, and once you save the contacts, you get something like this. You get a contact. Well, let me put it in this view. So for instance, this is a contact that was created. This is my contact, and just clicking on the contact shows you basic info on the contacts. I can then decide to email the contacts directly from here if I feel the need to. Click email, and you have this small pop-up where you can add subjects. Hello. Hi. So you can easily send emails from Camilyo. That's fine. You could add notes. A note could be a call log or a meeting log, or let's say meeting log met Chinedu. Okay, so this was the mail we sent. Hello, nice meeting you. Okay, so I could say met Chinedu on this date and save it. So that's just a log, a note I'm using to keep track of my interactions with this particular contact. I could move in from group to group. Right now is a staff, but maybe I wanted to add him to partners group also. To save that there, we could export this card, and you have a CSV there waiting for you. You could check the details, and you can see his name here. I didn't include a company, but I have the phone number, I have the birth month and day. You see the groups we've kept him in. We have his Facebook and his Twitter handles, and that is just about fine. So you can also view all the interactions you've had with Chinedu. So you see we added this interaction, which was the fact that we made a call to Chinedu at noon on this day. We sent an email to him, hello, nice to meet you. We also created another note of a meeting log that happened on the 21st of December 2016. So these are the kind of activities you can perform with your contact manager. It helps maintain a degree of sanity when you want to know what interactions you've done with your customer, how you got the customer or how you got the contacts. This interaction shows you what happens. You see mails that I've sent previously to the contact. And the system just tracks all your interaction with every particular contact you've ever created on the system. So what else do we want to know about the contact manager? I want to create a separate video to talk about how to create campaigns from your contact manager. So this is like a part 1 video on the contact manager. You also have to keep this in mind that a lot of times, once you start working with a contact, you're actually filtering based on that contact. So you may want to clear filter, this button right here, to get a view of all your contacts. And you could play around with them and do what you want to do. based on your preference. So I remember I told you that what we just did now is a manual process. Now, if a user was interacting with your website, so let me see one of the websites here, shop.duntro.com. So if we go to a browser, a different browser, so I'm simulating a different user who has gone to your website. This person's name is called Fred. Fred goes to your website, meets your Connect manager, and fills in the contact form. So his name is Fred Wilson. His phone number is 45674567. His email address is fred@yahoo.com, and he says, "Hi, I like to get more prices from you." Okay, simple and short, and he sends this. So this is a user interacting with your website. "Thank you for your message, you'll be contacted shortly." Fine. Now, you as the owner of this contact manager, you click on your contact manager, you should see that the number has increased. Before it was showing 15, now we're showing 16. There's a new contact called I think we used Fred now, right? Yeah, so Fred. So this is Fred. This was the number. Fred Joe sent a contact form, okay? And you can see all what he wrote on the contact form just there. So we have fred@yahoo.com. This was the number he filled there. Marketing messages, we already set it to put email on by default. We see the social presence. Okay, this is not necessary. Okay, so this is it, and we see our interactions with him, and it's almost automatic. We didn't need to do anything to get these contacts here. So that will apply in a lot of cases. A lot of your contacts will be from people that are interacting on your sites, people that are engaging you on your social media accounts, and people you manually decide to include. So the next video will talk about how to create different types of campaigns, SMS campaigns, email campaigns, with the help of your contact manager. So I hope this video was educative enough, and I look forward to other videos. And by the way, try to follow us on our social media handles. You'll find at the description bar of our YouTube channel, and enjoy using Camilyo. Thank you.